Texas State students and San Marcos residents exercised their First Amendment right to assemble yesterday at the Tax Day Tea Party. The nationwide protests were named after the Boston Tea Party that occurred more than 200 years ago. University students marched from the campus to the Hays County Courthouse, where they met with some city residents to oppose President Obama's spending policies.
Basically, it's getting the word out that our government is it's doing things behind our back that is very wrong. It's disobeying the Constitution.
The activists also voiced their disdain for the Federal Reserve. They want more transparency in government and are worried that inflation is ahead.
I believe that the Bush years were kind of squandered spending a bunch of money we didn't have. And, the Federal Reserve allows us to print that money out of nowhere. And, we need to get back to some fiscal conservatism.
Protesters are young and old, Republican and Democrat. They've gathered at the courthouse with one thing on their mind: the future of America. For Bobcat Update, I'm Mary Deschard.
A student organization wants you to ride your bike more often. Today, the National Association of Environmental Professionals is holding its 6th annual Bike to School Day in the Quad. Students can visit the booths and receive prizes when they donate canned goods. Texas State alum Matt Akins says that bicycling is good recreation, allowing participants to feel a part of the environment. At the event today, free repairs were offered and several students showed off their bicycling skills. The event will last until 5.
Students with cell phones, iPods, or laptops are a pretty common sight in this digital age.
I do use my laptop, but I never take notes on it. I just write down my notes. And cell phone, I do text once in a while. Some people that just want to get together or whatever.
I pretty much do it every day. I mean, it kind of gets distracting a little bit when I'm actually trying to pay attention, but it's really nice when you're really bored.
But how do professors feel about these distractions in the learning environment?
Journalism and communication students at some point have to learn how to take notes and how to be good listeners. You don't take your laptop in, but the CEO calls you in and tells you what he wants you to do that night.
Classroom rule: no cell phones seen or heard. Reason for this rule: successful professionals are discreet cell phone users.
But not everyone thinks that students having electronic devices in the classroom is necessarily a bad thing.
You know, I think there's a place for them in the classroom, and it's just a matter of self-control. You know, students being able to control themselves and professors being reasonable about it. So, you know, I'm conflicted, I guess. My attitude is that you're in college and you're an adult and you choose whether or not you want to pay attention.
Still, before you decide to tweet in class, take some time to think about how you'd feel if the shoe were on the other foot.
How would it be if I were just to toss the ball while I'm giving a lecture? You see, that would be distraction. No one would get anything out of class.
For Bobcat Update, I'm Christopher Sells.
It's not just a physical activity. A lot of other coaches have compared the sport to physical chess. And if you ever ask yourself, well, why is that game so important? It develops your level of thinking so that you can analyze the situation logically and proceed in the correct manner. I've been fencing for a few years. Les Bleemaster, who's still on the faculty here at SAC, he made a mention to me that if you want to continue with the sport, the next level after being a competitor is actually going on and teaching the next generation of fencer. So that meant becoming a coach.